Right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on what time you are listening. I hope you are doing well. My name is Dr. Nancy Miles Bafo Jimfi, yours truly, the course coordinator for UGRC 150. That is critical thinking and practical reasoning. I have had to do this on behalf of the team of instructors and tutors and everyone to communicate. And my immediate focus is the distance education students of 2023-2024 academic year. Okay, you are writing your exam in a matter of, next all the others for this semester have done their exam already. Want to address a few pertinent issues. It might not be useful to everyone indeed if they are reading and they are engaging content and they are attending lectures as they should. You won't have many of the challenges I'm going to talk about. But the few that have sent in queries, I think I have read 2 emails for yesterday and then a message, a WhatsApp message today, having to do with the exam units. Apparently, some confused because they are hearing things from people who are not authorized to give that information. Supposed, exuberant either student representatives or what have you of, or I don't want to be too direct, but and 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 the students of the course would not go and read announcements, and if they have questions, send it to the appropriate person for clarification or persons for clarification, but would rather take that until it hits them bad, then they come seeking class. So let's rather make it a bit constructive and address issues. First and foremost, on your screen now, oh dear, I'm not sharing yet. So on your screen, I'm going to share your course outline, which you see on Sakai. I have had to tweak it a bit. First, let me show you the announcement that released the interim assessment. I hope it is very short for you, so you don't have to play too long a recording. You have content to engage. The announcement is still there at your announcement 2 on Sakai. And I hope that people will now learn respectfully to read the announcement. Generally, many of you are doing fine, but a few others are now waking up, I think. And I want to help them remain awake. Read announcements, and when you read it, do what it says. Okay, so this announcement that released the interim assessment result told you that assignment 1 and assignment 2 result will also be released before your final exam. The course is taken on so and so date that you see there. And even the nature of the exam is captured here on site, online for all groups of all centers. This is not addressing a specific group of the course. This course is managed differently. That is also one of the reasons why some people read an announcement and gloss over it until it costs them. So if you sent me a message later on asking, Doc, please, I did assignment 1, assignment 2, it's only the IA result I've seen. If you read this announcement, you won't say that. We are still grading makeups and reviewing assignment because people have plagiarized. Yes, some have gone to sit somewhere, I believe. I haven't seen it, but I'm checking from the feedbacks I have read. And one person has given some supposed guidance in quotes because they are authorities in the course. And the numbers that start to listen have all gone to write that. And it is wrong because they won't read what the course content is asking them. Look at the question asked and answer it. Reference the topics we've done in topics 1 and 2. Diagnose identify the 4 problems you can have in definitions, in which examples show how blah blah blah. And you are talking about over generalization and sometimes, and it's running through over, if I'm not mistaken, about 300 or so students writing the same thing because it's coming from somebody who claims, or some people who claim they know the course and they are setting up classes and telling you that, and you are writing it. when the content that has been given to you in the course is there, you will get to for doing well in writing apologies. There is Gala. Then others will plagiarize 97%. I feel embarrassed to say it loudly. Only the ID is different. I cautioned those who were listening, listened. Write the thing in your own words. Just respond. And I say this might be addressing just maybe 2% or 5% of the whole populace, but I leave the 99 and follow the one. I'm like my Father in heaven. Mm. So take note. I have addressed 3 things already. Read instructions. When you read them, do what it says. Look at the email put there. If you have any questions, send it to this. Do you know why you have been instructed to do that? Do that. My dear friends, do it. If the interim assessment is 30%, doesn't that tell you that if you add the 10 for assignment 1 and the 10 for assignment 2, then it will give you 50%. Then your final exam will also be worth 50 to create the 100. Should this be a question a student should go and ask if, a big if they had read the announcement? They wouldn't answer. They just haven't read, or they are waiting for someone to read to tell them. Anyway, so that should take care of my concerns that I'll put on file to help you. Then the seeming delay. We don't keep results certain like that. Ask anybody, they'll tell you. We got the last interim assessment pile from one of the centers yesterday evening. Yesterday evening after close of work. And we worked on it, that pile, and then did uploads before releasing the result last night and sending a notice just that same last night to the platform for you to see. Because we didn't want to release 2 centers, then 3.5 centers later, then once, no. For Accra Center, the very day you finished your MCQs, the multiple choice questions were done. The system marks it immediately. It's the short answer component, the one we have to read to respond to, that took us a while to work on. But we finished weeks back. We're waiting for the outstations to bring this. Initially, a different arrangement. Those are not really for student consumption. But finally, we got it in yesterday, and we worked on it instantly and released them, okay, to you. The outstations, I'm sure by now you would know. If you ask your friend question one, you say, oh, CCC, and you wrote it down. You know that you should have done independent work. Different, it's called randomized. The MCQs were randomized. The possible answers themselves were also randomized. So just in case you get a pattern, the answers are mixed. The same set, but mixed differently. Okay, you can't cheat nature. Anyway, so I just want you to laugh a little. Don't put too much pressure on yourself where you are listening to me. So we have my first key, obey simple instructions. Second one, I say read on your course site. Third one, I say ask the requisite persons for clarity when you think you don't understand something. Don't go sitting at home trying to write an IA and sit there till the IA expires for the whole day. Then you come and ask. I waited, they were asking me for password. Who said you should sit at home to write an IA? Who gave you that instruction? So the so and so. I don't want to mention these folks because I believe they well. They have to understand that they are not authorities in courses. No. But sometimes the student refer to them, and the JCR so and so said that this. Then I tell them, go to the JCR something and collect your marks. Because the instructor, the examiner, the coordinator is telling you something to all students of the course. You are listening to another person. This is not SHS. Maybe, oh, doc, I didn't know that is. That is why you have to ask. Every announcement I put out, every class session, because especially for distance education, I representing colleagues, you're very particular because we don't have any physical lecture time, you see, where you can come in and correct something. So communication, so keen on doing that. We are now officially, we have entered into a WhatsApp platform created by the courses to help us be able to interact because some may now still be teething in working online. So we use your phones that you are very conversant with, just to help you. Take advantage of it. You say, I'm at home waiting, and I waited and the password didn't come. We didn't do the I at home. It was supervised. Yes, so the person has lost the test out of A, out of B plus, out of B. And I dare say that you won't get 70 over 70 in critical thinking. So already the person is, as let's say the person is so good, he or she is going to contend between C or D plus or something. Because of negligence, I think. When you sat and you were waiting for, the thing is asking you for password and you don't have password. You couldn't ask, see, anyways. So listen to instructions, ask the requisite persons, and don't let people who have arrogated to themselves a certain authority. I'm a class rep and I did this, and the class rep has created a link and he said the lecturer is using this. What is this? Huh? You don't do that with critical thinking. It's a university-wide taught course. It's not a departmental course where people will play machoism and big sister or big brother thing. Please, you may mean well, I've said, but you can confuse people. And I read emails from people, and because of the role, by the grace of God, I'm playing, I see things that sometimes so painful because it is just a lack of information or ignorance or wrong communication. Even if the intention was good, that created that. People went to the exam center days before their scheduled day. What are they going to do? The course rep told us, so the level rep or whatever rep told us that we should go and make sure that when there's another exam going on there, that is not your personal property. the University of Ghana computing system, they are not anybody's personal property. Every time assessments and exams are all going there. The place is a security prone area. There you enter. Grand, please, I'm coming to see if my name is on anywhere. When you have been given clear instructions on announcement to, on the day of the exam, if you didn't find your name on there, so next time it means that we won't even give you that caveat to help solve some few people's problems that they may have. We will take it out and say that on that day, go, if your name is not there, go and get it done. Next year, come and write the course. It will create people keep trooping over 2,000. Please, I'm coming to see my, then I'm yes, sir. What course? UGRC 150. Well, I'm not writing UGRC 150 today. Our course rep said, your course rep said, well, it's your course rep and instructor, whichever course rep it is that you can. If you let any course rep misdirect you, I find course reps, this course, I don't know of any course rep, but just in case some other group created course reps, no problem. You don't instruct. Okay? You prompt your colleagues. I have seen that an announcement has been released. Have you read it? Don't go and copy the announcement and paste anywhere for anybody. That announcement can change the next 2 minutes because of another instruction from above. If it does, will you be there to go and spoon the person again? You're not helping the person. They go to Sakai, can't sign it. I went to do invigilation just because of this. Yes. I want to see how students who go and do online. I asked that they place me where it's online so that I can have a feel of it. After some few days, my patience had run out. People can't even key in. How did you do your assignment? They don't know how to Google independent. They can't find where assignment to and test and quizzes and what. They can't key in. They say, go to the place, the password is ready. You are giving password, the person doesn't know where to put the password. Yet they have been doing assignments and test and quizzes. Over to you, Jolat. You can draw the conclusion yourselves. Very bad. And people think they are helping colleagues by doing that. Anyway, so what am I doing so far? We are finishing the course. You still have 50 marks to contend with. You have to obey instructions, read announcements. We have explained the seeming delay in releasing the result. We have showed you people's attitude. If you don't have content and you are not confident in what you can do with the content, just a little sign of critical ability, you will get 10 over 10 or 9 over 10 straight. It's not anything we are looking for. We want to see that the person is thinking. People don't want to do it. They want to hear it from others that they think are more better and academic than themselves. You there, you can become better. And person will give wrong information, and hundreds of people have repeated the same, and they are scoring 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. I'll give you 0 so that you think that you plagiarized. No, you wrote something that yes or yeah. So you get 1 or 2. Something that you can easily get 8 or 9 for if you just looked into your content and saw something and read around it and then wrote it down yourself. Okay, so I've said that also. I've explained MCQ means multiple choice question. I don't have to, but I want to. Just Google. You would have found it out. Or look at the course outline or the announcement. It explains it. That's also done. I've explained satellite. Or let me explain satellite campus. Those who have seen it and are confused. Accra Center. I'm talking to distance education students. So Accra Center is the main center. The others are like outstations. So when the outstation folks used answer booklet for the interim assessment with randomized questions, just like yours, except that they wrote it down, and then you just clicked and stepped off. Okay, for your final exam, there will be on-site, online for all of your centers will go, and that is an arrangement that your unit, set up for you. Now, so if you go to interim assessment result, let me see if I can project one here. You will see a slot for interim assessment, and then another one you see there is satellite. You don't have to have marks for both. You can't be in 2 centers. It is the satellite for once. When I say satellite, I've explained that will have the you see what you see on my screen. So this person, if I was it, then I will have a mark for the interim assessment test, but I won't have a mark for the satellite because I don't belong to Tema or Chitu or Tamale or Wow or Kipkus. Their marks will be at the satellite place because I had to input it there manually from the answer booklet. So it couldn't be placed where the system marked automatically and put a grade. The system won't permit me to edit it. So we had to create a grade book for that. That is why you can't have a mark for this one and a mark for that. I received more than those. Most of the people were saying I can't see my result where that. They want result for both the interim assessment and the satellite campus. I thought I should make a note of that to clear that confusion. Okay, you are still waiting for your assignment 1 and assignment 2. On the IA, I want to tell you that when you are asked a question, answer it. I hope I haven't repeated myself on the answer what the question asks you. Distinguish means distinguish. I won't give any example because it might be a possible question in that big pool for that unit. Okay. But if they ask you to construct. If you have been given specific terms to use to create a certain type of fallacy or a certain type of valid argument or a certain type of reason, do that. Question says, don't try to do any other thing. They gave you words to use. You are using ABCD when they use QWI. I want you to understand. But if you are one that is inclined to obey simple instructions, you will see some are getting A's by themselves without any moderation or push by 2 marks or 1 mark or anything. They don't need to come and say, Doc, please, my team is 62. Can you make it 60? My team is 68. Please, can you add 2 so that it will be 70? If you write me that email, I will give you a rating. The disciplinary committee, don't. I hate it. Okay. Respect yourself. We mark liberally. Myself, my colleagues, we mark liberally because nobody's interested in failing any student. But if you choose to fail, we respect your right of choice and fail. But we don't want to. Okay, so we are very liberal, and marking is not the same as grading. I can mark you and then you get 44, and someone gets it. The university's eye, when we grade 44 and 0, you are all the same because the system says grade it that way. And so when lecturers finish marking, where you give it the raw score, they grade and shift, okay, from the way the performance is, all these people belong to this range, and all these people belong here, and all those people. Do you understand? So there's grading and marking. You see your raw score when you are done. Allow us to do our work without interruptions. When you come doing, please, can you change my 72 to this? Please, I really need it for a scholarship. Please, this. it masks what you were doing. It's as if it is what you came to say that changed something. I will penalize you if you do that. So I've cautioned, don't. You'll see your raw scores when we are done. And then when we finish moderating the result, nobody moderates downwards. It is not humane to do that. It is always moderated upwards to make for human lapses and errors that are possible. Okay, what else have I not touched on? Now, the main issue for which reason I'm doing the recording, I think I've touched on all the others. The main issue is on the exam units. So let's go to your course outline. Your exam units, without any fear or favor, without any doubt at all, is Unit 6, Unit 7, Unit 9, and Unit 10. Sorry, I'm a bit, I'm breathing because I'm trying not to shout. It's late. I'm still in the office, it's late. But I also want to be audible. Yes, you can hear me. I pray that the internet is better this. It is the third, the content, the earlier clear. Listen, I said the exam units are Unit 6, Unit 7, please look at your screen, Unit 9, and Unit 10. Unit 6 is on, look on my screen, please. I'm projecting your resource too. Some of you have never seen it before. Don't know the animal. They don't know the animal resource too. Look, Unit 6 is your lecture 5. The topic, the discussion is on deduction, induction, if you remember, antecedent, consequent, validity, soundness. Do you remember now? Modus ponens, modus tollens, hypothetical syllogism, disjunctive syllogism, NTMM, syllogism, the fallacies, affirming the consequent, denying the antecedent, false hypothetical. All those things are going on in Unit 6. Revise. We will ask you short answer questions on these units. Unit 6, Unit 7, Unit 9, and Unit 10. So I just reminded you of Unit 6. What is in Unit 7? Unit 7, empirical content, predictive power, verifiability, confirmability. You remember now? Exactly. Statistical hypothesis, universal or law-like hypothesis, all bordering on what? Reference class. Do you remember pseudoscientific statements? Do you remember falsifiability and why it is a virtue in science? They are happening in Unit 7. Then Unit 9 deals with what causal reasoning. J.S. Mill says 4 methods of causal explanation. Okay, the causal fallacies, post hoc, ego propter hoc, etc., etc. The various connotations of the word cause. They're happening in Unit 9. And then Unit 10, informal fallacies, fallacies of relevance, fallacies of weak induction, etc. The specific fallacies are appeal to this, appeal to that, equivocation, secularity, pseudo precision. Okay, now these 4 units are what you are going to say. And this is not now, you're not being told now. But I have seen 3 messages. Some way, somehow, I think some people just woke up yesterday evening and realized, well, as I'm saying, by the exams are coming, what am I writing? So I just felt that I should make a voice note touching on all this, feedbacking on how it is preparing for exam, psyching and correcting a certain posture that I think generally many students may have overcome, but we still have a few folks that are relaxed. Listen, have that posture last minute and yet to give you pressure. You go and write the wrong ID on your answer booklet. Then we don't know where to put your marks. And then you come shouting, I can't find my eye. My eye is pressure. You should know your ID. Sorry, my friends who were caught in that. I've not mentioned your name, so nobody knows you. You need to listen to it somewhere. Don't put undue pressure on yourself. Your University of Ghana critical thinking exam, dear friends, is on Unit 6, 7, 9, 10. Someone say, oh, doc, but you say weeks, 8 weeks, 9, you're on the course outline. Let's go and see. Create distance education. You don't do 12 weeks with us. The semester is 12 weeks, but the contact time, your unit requires that we have with you on tutorial session. The required number is 8. You can't go beyond that. If you do, you will not be penalized, except that it is not paid. The instruction is your tutorial sessions with the students is maximum 8 hours. You see, the name is tutorial because distance expectation is much of the content is interactive and self-taught. So the student does self-tutoring, and then you only come and guide with interactions to put the content together for them. Okay, I did more than the 8 weeks for each of mine. Some I did 12, some I did 11, depending on if we had to make up or maybe that morning was a bit. Then 4 groups, each one of them were having additional sessions. Even after everything was done, I called for more 2 different hours. All those are not paid for. It's not a problem. If some other colleague did it, well done. If they didn't do it, doesn't take anything. It is a matter of individual decision. But my point is this. Those 8 sessions doesn't mean the content you are dealing with is 8 weeks. No, we didn't reduce the content because we are having 8 contact time with you. You are required to have 12 contact weeks to the content. The instructor or tutor is only supposed to officially is required to have 8. Now, so what is the implication of that? So when you hear weeks 1 to 7 is the content for interim assessment, don't think that it means that your exam is only 1 week, because we have done the weeks 1 to where is it? Let me go there so that you can see. Don't say, oh, so the weeks 1 to 7, it was all for I, so the only one left is 1, because we did only 8 weeks. And so the week 1 left is what is going for the exam. No, you have to interpret that in the context of your DE teaching. And if you didn't even know that, you should have just read the announcement that said, prepare to write your final exams on unit 6, 7, 9, 10. So I've had to do a quick, direct, explicit writing there for those who don't know all that they are doing. Listen, weeks 8 to 11 would have meant, if you were doing your full 12 weeks, would have meant what? 12 divided by 2 is 6. So you do the first 6 weeks, it caters for your lecture content for half the semester. See that? There's week 7 is for your interim assessment and its review. Then we continue, look at weeks 8, 9, 10, and 11 would have been the second half, where you'll be doing the unit 7, unit 9, you see that, unit 10 to add. Listen, so prepared now for unit 10. Unit ability, evidential status, statistical, those discussions, all body on reference class and scientific statement, okay? Unit 9, causal reasoning, fallacies, diagnosis methods, and then unit 10, informal fallacies. These 4 you will find in your final exam. 25, listen, don't go saying, oh, Doc, please, listen. I said, and I'm just repeating it. It's not like it is now that you are hearing. It's just a repetition that I believe people will now be attentive to, because some wake up when there is danger, what they think is danger. We are nearing exam, so they might this time hear it. Listen, 25 MCQ questions is what you will be expected to answer from the system. 1, 2, 3, up to 25. Spread out on these units I've touched on. Then 5 short answer questions, each worth 5 marks. 5, 5, 25, plus the 1 mark, 25, 50. You need to have that in mind as you enter the exam hall. So when they say distinguish, construct, you are giving a conclusion, add premises so that you have a fallacy that affirms the consequence, for example. You should be able to do it. Introduce a conclusion that will make this entering a valid deduction according to hypothetical. You should be able to do it. Write some conclusion or premise or something that will make this passage or fallacy of pseudo precision, you should be able to do it. They're all applied questions, not difficult. But if you are not content oriented, content na obia class or you won't focus on what is given to you. Except the very place now I know. I just repeated everything I said in English. Someone will say to me when they hear the P a little my ever friend, oh, they're being yellow to bully. That's all I know in the edge of me. Listen, go to the content. You still have time to do and engage it. That is what you go and meet. And we are keen on giving the A's if people are keen on getting them. So that is by way of feedback. When you finish every question you have seen, some were asking, oh, please, I wanted to see what I got wrong or what I got correct. Look at the question and answer it. If they ask you to introduce an antecedent that makes this argument so and so, you should look at it and bring the antecedent. Not anything someone will come and tell you. These are like mathematics questions. It's not like I want to see the question so that I will know that. The question is in the result that has come to look at it. Okay. I want to congratulate those who have been obedient and simple obedience that is not even obedience that will come and become yes, I to anybody, but they just go to the content and say, okay, we are done with topic 1, be good. And some score 29/30. Yes, you can ask your colleague, they won't tell you 22, 27. Anything above half is a very good performance. You're still a contender for an A. If you are just below, 12, 13, still in the double numbers, it's still relatively okay. Still a little push in the exam should be able to take it because you have the assignment marks also. Okay, I'll release them shortly. I want to do a final review. This single number is there. Just in case you had a single number, increase your prayers because single number is not good. If you perform the same way in the exam, averagely, comparatively, it means you are contending not to fail. 49 is a receipt, but 81 is a pass, and I wish you 80, 86, 84. I will wish it, but you must earn it with God's help. Okay, thank you very much. I say I have covered enough, and I speak on behalf of my fine colleagues and myself to say well done to all those who have worked hard, and then all the best to those who are hopefully going to push hard to get there. Welcome again to University of Ghana. Welcome into the end of the semester. We pray that it will be a good foundation for you as you work into establishing yourself as an academic person, first in critical thinking, but also in all your other courses. I wish you well. All the best. Take care. Bye. Mm-hmm.